Hello everybody, my name is Eric Ramirez101, you pretty much already know me, and today we are continuing our progress with my Foxy costume. Now, by the time you already watched this video, pretty much my head is already finished, and the next Foxy video is on its way, is in progress right now. And as you can see, the head has the eyeballs in, and it's coming along pretty well. Now, the head was probably one of the harder parts for me to do because there were so many different angles that I had made so that it would fit around my head, so that it would fit snugly, snugly. And see, the fabric, I didn't sew anything. That was a stupid decision on my part, but if I could sew, then I would've. Nose bonk. That's more like a nose boop, I guess. Now this was one of the harder parts. Getting this fabric to actually fit around the head in a fluid manner. That was one of the hardest things for me to do, especially since I didn't sew anything, and especially since there were so many different, curves and angles on the foam on the head that I had made. But other than that, I managed to get it done, surprisingly. And I had to trim off, a couple pieces for the eyes. And since the eye holes were a little too big, I had to put some extra fabric on the foam base before I put this main piece I'm working on down. As you can see here. As you can see, the eye holes are a tiny bit too big for the actual mask, so I put down some extra fabric just in case, so that you can't see the foam underneath the fabric. And I burned myself a couple times, don't worry, I'm perfectly fine. Now, my head fits in perfectly inside the mask, and I didn't really get to film me, putting together, how I'm gonna be able to see, so basically I had to leave that part out for some reason. I'm sorry, but I had to. I had it. It was my duty. And as you can see, the head is looking pretty good so far. The ears, they're still floppy, and they're, pointing backwards, which is what I don't want. And this right here is a genius idea I had. I cut little slits into the fabric, which allows the fabric to, for, each individual section to, what is it? To, free flow across it. And the toothpick that you see right there, that's where the ears are gonna be. Putting the ears on was kind of difficult, but I managed. But making them, stand up, perfectly straight is another story. I'm still trying to figure that out right now as we speak. Because for some reason the ears are pointing back, when in reality they're supposed to be pointing straight up, which is a problem on my part, if you think about it. And so if you continue watching, what's going on here? And as you can see, there goes some more fabric, and this is the next day. For the parts where his eyes are, how there's blackness, I put fabric on the inside of the head, as you can see, which is what I'm doing. If you can see it, I'm sorry, but the top, the top part of the eyes has what is it? Has black fabric on it, which can't let me see through, but the bottom has a mesh through it. And this right here is where the ears come in. They're not very stable. I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix them eventually. But see, I hot glue these little foam things with the duct tape wrapped around them, as you can see. And then I stick a toothpick through it, which gives it stability, but turns out even that's not enough. I'm sorry, but I don't know how to fix it without having to rip the ear off, as you can see. I mean, it worked okay before it was put on the head, but now that it's on the head, it's all, like, pointing backwards, away from where it's supposed to go. It's not standing, like, straight up as I wanted it to, which is super annoying. But I managed. See, as you can see right here, as you can see, the ear is flopping back. As you can see, oh, and the back part of the head that you see there that's over the duct tape, I thought maybe the sweatshirt I have is a little too short for my neck, and so I decided to put a little extra fabric, like on the, like over the back of the head, like on the neck part, so that just in case it hides my neck a little bit better too. That was a little extra precaution I took. It's always good to have, like, backup plans or something. But other than that, the head was kinda easy. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, I think it's about I'd say it's about a 7 or 6, I guess. That's what I think. And so, now we are continuing with the head, and as you can see, there's no eyebrows. That's because I haven't put them on yet, and this that you see me putting on right now, that is the mesh that I actually see through. The good news is that I can look out, but you can't see me. You can't see me. Yeah, I can. And right here, these are the eyebrows that I'm making. The eyebrows I like. I don't know why I like them, but I like them. And see, there's a picture of Foxy right there. If you could actually see that, this is a pausable video after all. And I painted the foam in order to give an eyebrow-like appearance. And the longer that the more paint I did, the better. And so as you can see, there's more stuff going on as well. I kind of messed up on one of the eyebrows, so I had to redo them. And this is for the little tuft of fur that's on top of his head. I don't know what that's all about, but I guess foxes have hair there. You know what I'm talking about. I know what you're talking about, Eric. Thank you, Handy. You're the best. I could have done this in a similar way to sewing, but I didn't have time for that. I didn't want to waste time on stuff like this. I'm busy. I'm a busy guy. And the crown shape that you see shows like he's the king of the pirates. I don't know if Foxy really is the king of pirates, but it's a good thing. But it's a good theme, though. You know what I'm talking about, right? Of course you do. So as you can see here, I didn't really sew anything on this. I'm sorry, but I just didn't want to. Too much time, and besides, I forgot how to sew pretty much. Okay. My computer's been acting up a little bit whenever I'm processing videos. Pat down, pat down. In a good way. So as you can see, there's 2 pieces of fabric that actually go on the actual foam piece. And I just hot glued them together like a sandwich. As you can see here. Let me see. Okay, so now the tuft of fur piece is done. And now we just need to hot glue it to the actual head, which you can see here. And that's me aligning and this is me putting on the eyebrows. The eyebrows were very easy. They were pretty much the easiest thing to do out of this whole thing. Now, coming up next is the eye patch. Now, the eye patch was hard, because like, I needed to find like a way for it to flip up and down. So what I did is I put like a bunch of little toothpicks and I took a piece of fabric and I molded it into a little cylinder shape, thus allowing it to move on the toothpicks. I'll do a behind the scenes video of that eventually. So now here's the actual eye patch that I'm making. It's just a piece of foam pretty much. Not very sturdy, but it works. Okay, so now the foam is pretty much just what gives the eye patch support, and so what I did later was I sandwiched it in as fabric as well, the same way as I did most of the stuff on my Foxy. I always thought that Foxy was a girl. I mean, doesn't Foxy sound like a girl name? It sounds like it, doesn't it? But Foxy's a boy. Oh, and right there was where I burned myself. Doing this was really, really stressful for me because I was getting so close to the actual fabric, to the actual hot glue, that I burned myself multiple times. Don't worry, I'm perfectly fine. Huh. And now that the eye patch is finished and this video is running to a close, I will have to bid you farewell. So at this rate, I'll probably have my costume done in about 2 weeks. So stay tuned for more Foxy videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, favorite, big thumbs up, a comment down below telling me what you like about this or something, because I want to get your opinion on this kind of stuff. And please visit our channel. Oh, and that's how the toothpick works. And so there's the eye patch, and I'll leave it off here, and I hope to see you again for another Eric Ramirez Gaming 101 video. Bye, everybody! Haha!